Hello kids, I am back again with my new lecture that is the School for Sympathy. I had heard a lot about Miss Beam's school, but I did not get the chance to visit it till last week. When I arrived at the school, I saw a girl of about 12 with her eyes covered with a bandage being led carefully between the flower beds by a little boy of 8. She stopped and asked who it was and had come in, and he seemed to be describing me to her. Then they passed on. Miss Beam was all that I had expected, middle aged, authoritative, kind, and understanding. Her hair was beginning to turn grey, and her round figure was likely to be comforting to a homesick child. We chatted for a while, and when I asked her some question about her teaching method, which I had heard very simple, she said, we teach only those things that are simple and useful to pupils spelling, adding, subtracting, multiplying, writing, etc. The rest is done by reading to them and giving them interesting tasks. There are practically no other lesson. I have learned so much, I said, about the originality of your system. Miss Beam smiled. Ah, yes, she said. I am coming to that. The real aim of the school is not to teach throughout but thoughtfulness, humanity, kindness, and citizenship. That is the ideal, and I have always had unhappily there are parents good enough to trust me to try and put it into practice. Look out of the window a minute, will you? I went to the window, which looked out on large garden and playground at the back. What do you see? Miss Beam asked. I see some very beautiful grounds, I said, and a lot of jolly children. But what surprised me and pained me too is that they are not at all healthy and active. As I came in, I saw one little poor thing being led about because of some trouble with her eyes, and now I can see two more in the same condition. While there is a girl with a crutches just under the window watching the others at play. She seemed to be a hopeless cripple. Miss Beam laughed. Oh no, she said, she is not lame really. This is not her lame day. This is only her lame day. Nor are those other blind. It is only their blind day. I must have looked very much astonished, for she laughed again. There you have an essential part of your system in a nutshell. In order to get those young minds to appreciate and understand misfortune, we make them share in misfortune too. In the course of the term, every child has one blind day, one lame day, one deaf day, one dumb day. During the blind day, their eyes are bandaged, and it is a point of honor not to peep. The bandage is put on the overnight and they wake up blind. This means that they need assistance in everything, and our other children are told to help them and let them about. It is educative to both of them, the blind and the helpers. Everyone is very kind, Miss Beam continued, and it is really something of a joke. Although, of course, before day is over, the reality of the disability became clear even to the less thoughtful. The blind day is, of course, real the worst because some of the children tell me that the dumb day is more frightening. There, of course, the children must use willpower only become because their mouth is not bandaged. But come down in the garden and see for yourself how the children like it. Miss Beam led me to one of the bandaged girl, a little merry thing. Here, gentlemen, come to talk to you, said Miss Beam, and left us. Don't you ever peep? I asked by the way of am opening. Oh no, she exclaimed. That would be cheating. But I have no idea it was so awful to be blind. You can't see a thing. One feel one is going to be hit by something every moment. Sitting down is such a relief. Are you guides kind to you? I asked. Pretty good, not as careful as I shall be, when it's my turn. Those that have been blind already are the best. It is the terrible not to see. I wish you could would try. Shall I lead you anywhere? I asked. Oh, yes, she said. Let's go for a little walk. Only you must tell me about things, and I would be so glad when today's over. The other bad day can't be half as bad as this. Having a leg tied up and hopping about onto crutches is almost a fun, I guess. Having an arm tied up is a little more troublesome because you have to get your food cut up for you and so on. But it doesn't really matter as far as you being deaf for a day. I shan't mind that. At least not much, but being blind is so frightening. My head aches all the time, just from avoiding things that probably aren't there. Where are we now? In a playground. I asked. I said, going towards the house. Miss Beam is walking up and down the terrace with a little girl, with a tall girl. What has that girl got on? My companion asked me. A blue skirt and a pink blouse. I think it's Millie, she said. What color is her hair? Very light, I said. Yes, that's Millie. She is a head girl. She is very decent. There is an old man trying up roses, I said. Yes, that's Peter. He is a gardener. He is 100 of years old, and here comes a dark girl in red or crutches. Yes, she said, That's Beryl. And so we walked on, and in guiding this little girl about, I discovered that I was many times more thoughtful already than and usual. I also realized that having to describe the surrounding to other makes them more interesting. When Miss Beam came to release me, I was sorry to go. I walked back to the town, murmuring the lines. Can I see another woe, and not share the sorrow too? Oh no, never can it be. Never, never can it be. Thank you.